It began when a 6-year-old girl from Kandewadi, a small slum near Andheri in Mumbai, went missing. Pinky was the first to go, then Jamila, followed by Mary, Sindhu, and Tara. Panic grips the slum when these children were returned as mutilated and raped corpses. Who is committing this heinous act? I am Charlotte Jimmy. I love books and I talk about them here. I am an avid crime fiction reader, hence they predominantly constitute my read and to be read list. But I assure you, I have other genres too. Welcome to Charlotte Jimmy's Story World. The police were being pressured to bury the investigation. Lali takes charge of the investigation with police officers Savio Shukla and her niece Seta. Let's see who Lali is. She is a retired police detective who has ace shooting skills. She is in her 60s and is ruling the roost in a world dominated by men. If there is a murder, Lali is the last resort even for the police. She goes for late night drives to catch the criminals. Written from Sita's point of view, Kalpana Swaminathan's latest book slowly opens to an unimaginably cruel world of crime and puts forth several questions to ponder over. The book has dealt with issues like brutal child abuse, politics that can sell and buy anything, the helplessness of the officials who are not corrupt, pseudo-feminism, etc. In India, though crime fiction highlights several issues and makes the reader ask pertinent questions, there is often a tendency to dismiss crime noir as mere pulp fiction, and it is unfortunate. So if you put down a list of serious crime novels, Kalpana Swaminathan's Green Light will come first in the list. I have no doubt. This is her 6th book in the Lali series. The book is unputdownable and a great relief that Indian writers can create novels in this genre that can compete with the West. To speak further on the book, it throws light on the bizarre mindset of the people. On one side, when the rich believes in committing horrendous crimes just for the sake of having a thrill and also inflicting cruelties on children from slums purely because they do not consider them worthy of living in this world. And there are slum dwellers on the other side who refuse to show any empathy to Tara's mother, who is a sex worker, even after Tara is abducted and killed. They even pray to take the life of Tara in exchange for the daughters' lives just because Tara's mother is a sex worker. They think she deserves it. What I like about the book is the innuendos on pseudo-feminism. In a meeting called by Seema, the journalist who is following the Kandewadi story, women easily forget the atrocities and rape and easily shift their attention and take it as a platform to indulge in their selfish interests. Some writes articles, poems, etc. One has killed her fetus and has written a poem on it justifying her actions, that she aborted it to save it from the world, from the cruel world. She says Kandewadi incidents made her take the drastic step. Sita, who could not bear this hypocrisy, comes out of the meeting and thinks, I had lacked the courage I might have had 5 years ago to tell those women what a misogynistic bunch of voyeurs they were. What pathetic human beings they were, if their only response to pain of others was to trot out sorry tales of their own. I wondered what they would have said or done if they had seen Tara in her empty hut. Lali is called Desi Mapul, and I think it will not justify the round character Kalpana Swaminathan has created. The author has also clarified once that Lali is not like Miss Mapul. Except for the fact that they love sleuthing, both bear no similarities. Like Miss Mapul of Agatha Christie, Lali has their own identity. What I felt could have been avoided is the gory description of the brutalities committed on the children. It's horrendous. This reminds me of books written by a renowned crime writer from the West, Tess Gerritsen. Perhaps it might be their background as medical doctors which are making them to write such gory descriptions. I don't know. When the story ends, Swaminathan also puts across a question to ponder over. How can I bear someone using my body the way it is not supposed to be used? Should it remain a woman's outrage? Kalpana Swaminathan is a surgeon and an Indian writer from Mumbai. She also writes with Ishrat Zayed, who is also a surgeon, and they write under the name Kalpish Ratna. She won the 2009 Vodafone Crossword Book Award for Venus Crossing 12 Stories of Transit. Green Light was published in 2017. Cryptic Death, The Page 3 Murders, Bougainvillea House, The Secret Gardener are some of her works. If you're not from India and would like to explore crime fiction from my country, try Green Light. You won't regret. If you like the video, please subscribe, share and like. Thank you.